Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and my credo is that everything is edible except for some very hard, very big rocks and very big pieces of metal. For everything else you'll find somebody somewhere who eats it. Well, when you look around here you see a beautiful garden pond. I see the same, but I also see food. The lotus here is edible, the papyrus is edible, of course the bananas and oranges and passion fruit in the background are edible, the algae in the water are edible, but so are the fruits of many water lilies. Here there are a lot of small things like nymphea and related genera, but this time I want to concentrate on the giant water lilies. Well, here we have some very tiny specimens of the giant water lilies. In the background some bigger ones. And a little bit later I'll show you a truly giant specimen which they put 10 meters away. But let's skip to the small ones. Here we have two genera of giant water lilies. The one where the leaves are folded upwards is Victoria, and the one where they are lying on the ground is Euryale. Victoria, the giant water lily, and Euryale, or the fox nut. Well, calling something a nut, that sounds interesting for foraging. You have to be very careful when foraging for those things. Actually, you even have to be very careful if you want to sit on one of the giant leaves for a nice selfie. Because not only is this the most giant water lily in the world, it's also the most ferocious one. And Euryale ferox even has ferox or ferocious in the name. Well, be careful when you approach those because the underside is covered with spines, as are the leaf stalks, against fish who want to eat them. Well, if fish eat them, aren't they edible for humans too? Yeah, actually they are. The rhizomes of many water lilies are edible. You can make stuff from the flowers. You can eat the young leaves and buds, and last but not least you can eat the fruits. That's why Euryale ferox here in the middle is called the fox nut. And for example, on this small Victoria plant, I'm amazed it's so small and still has well, it seems to be fruiting. Here the flower is already gone and the fruit is developing. I really wonder if it's being pollinated here in Germany. I'm really amazed that there is a fruit on such a small specimen. Here, as I said, a bigger specimen, but I don't see flowers or fruits on this one. Over there, a couple more. Yeah, people are trying out the lotus effect here. But let's look at the really giant ones. Over there. Well, here is kind of a big fox nut or Euryale ferox plant. Oh, with some frogs around it and a lot of flower buds. I think those still haven't flowered. Maybe with the exception of the one over here in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. And over there in the background is a really gigantic specimen of Victoria, and there are huge flowers, one huge flower and one huge flower bud looking out from the water. I don't know if they are submerged fruits back there. When even the small one on the other side is fruiting, probably the giant one has a lot of fruits underwater. Well, so what do you do with those things there? Some records that the total fruit is edible, especially for the fox nut here, but basically what you do with the fox nut as well as with the giant water lily, you basically squeeze out, press out the fruits, the seeds from the fruits. The seeds are very starchy and you can roast them, you can boil them, you can use them like nuts. I've never tried them and I will not try to disturb this beautiful water lily pond. I mean, just appreciate the beauty. I've seen a lot of water lily ponds, but this one must be one of the most beautiful ones. So many species, so well distributed here. Such a nice optical effect, and at the same time such a nice collection of lots of different species. Now I'm not gonna go and steal or snack a fruit there. I'll probably get this one. It's less than 2 meters away from the edge, but I'm not gonna do it. Beautiful. So folks, have you ever eaten any water lily fruits or seeds or other parts of the water lily? Please tell me. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from this beautiful garden here. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos in the future, you can trick the YouTube algorithm by subscribing and pressing the little bell icon.